Welcome to one and all in my channel Anglopedia. If you like my teaching, please subscribe my channel. Today we are going to do Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 1. Venice, a strait, enters Salanio and Salarino. Salanio, now what news on the Rialto? Salanio wants to know what is the news about the business center where the business goes on. Salarino, why? Yet it leaves there unchecked. Unchecked means unopposed. We have come read about this, that a Venetian ship was lying there with the cargo, and they are thinking it belongs to Antonio. So it is said, yet it leaves unchecked that Antonio hath a ship of reach lading wrecked on the narrow seas. That means they are fully sure that it belongs to Antonio. Antonio's ship, which is fully laden with cargoes, got wrecked on the narrow seas, that is English Channel. The Goodwins, I think they call the place, a very dangerous, flat and fatal. A place where there is a sandbank and a dangerous place for the ship, where the carcasses of many a tall ship lie buried, where the skeleton or the broken parts of many fine ships are still lying there. If my gossip report be an honest woman of her word, let this be, Salarino is saying, let this be a gossip report. As a talkative lady, they move in the village from place to place and go on spreading the rumor. Salanio, I would she were as lying a gossip in that as Avon napped Ginger, or made her neighbors believe she wept for the death of a third husband. So Salanio is saying, I wish that the rumor about Antonio's ship should be as false as the tales told by an old woman chewing ginger with when the water comes in her eyes. She says she is weeping for her third husband's death. But it is true, but whatever it is, the news is true that a ship got wrecked without any slips of prolixity or crossing the plain highway of talk. Without beating around the bush, let us come to the point. That is, that the good Antonio and the honest Antonio, or that I had a title good enough to keep his name company. He's saying good Antonio, honest Antonio, if I knew any more adjective to be added with his name. Salarino, come the full stop. Let us stop it here. Salarino, huh? What says thou? What are you saying? How can we stop discussing about it? Why, the end is he hath lost a ship. The final news is he has lost his ship. Salarino, I would it might prove the end of his losses. I pray it should be the end of all his losses. After this, he should not have any more loss. Salanio, let me say Amen betimes, lest the devil cross my prayer, for there here he comes in the likeness of a Jew. They have seen Shylock is proceeding towards them. So he said, let us say Amen. Before times, otherwise the devil, that is Shylock, should not interfere in our prayers, because he is coming, the devil is coming in the form of a Jew. Enter Shylock. How now, Shylock? What news among the merchants? Now they are asking Shylock what happened. Any news about the merchants? Because they wanted to be sure about Antonio's ship. Shylock, you knew none so well as you of my daughter's flight. Instead of talking about Rialto's business matter, he diverts himself from the point and says, nobody knew so well other than you all about my daughter's elopement. Jessica has run away from the house. Salarino, that's certain. I, for my part, knew the tailor that made the wings. She flew withal. Then Salarino said, yeah, that is true. I knew it. And I knew with whom she eloped, disguised as a boy. Salanio and Shylock, for his own part, knew the bird was fledged, and then it is the complexion of them all to leave the dam. Here Jessica is compared with a bird. Then they are blaming to Shylock that being a father, you knew that your daughter is growing up. So she may run away at any time. As the birds, when they get their wings properly, they leave their mother's nest to make their own nest. Shylock, she is damned for it. She is cursed. She should be punished for it. Salarino, that's certain if the devil may be her judge. Of course, if the devil like you is going to judge her. Shylock, my own flesh and blood to reveal. My own daughter has gone against me. Salarino, there is more difference between thy flesh and hers than between jet and ivory, more between your bloods, and there is between red wine and Venice. How can you say she is your daughter? There is much difference in your flesh and her flesh, just like the jet black and ivory white. As there is a difference between black and white, so there is same difference between your flesh and her flesh. As there is a difference between red wine and Venice, same way there is a difference of the blood of your blood and her blood. But tell us, do you hear whether Antonio have had any loss at sea or no? Again they come to the point to know from Shylock, has he any news about Shylock, about Antonio, about his ship to be lost? Shylock, there I have another bad match. Here again I made a bad bargain. A bankrupt, a spendthrift fellow, a prodigal, who dare scarce show his head on the Rialto. He would be dared to show his face at the Rialto. Now he has become a beggar that was used to come so smug upon the mart. Now he is a beggar who looked so smart at the stock exchange at the Rialto. Let him look to his bond. Here we'll find Shylock talks about the bond thrice. He's saying he should be aware of his bond. He was all to call me usurer, is to call me that I take the interest by giving loan. Let him look to his bond. He should remember about his bond. He was owned to lend money for a Christian courtesy. He used to give the loan to the people out of the kindness of the Christianity without taking any interest. Let him look to his bond. Salarino, why? I am sure if he forfeit, thou wilt not take his flesh. What's that good for? Then Salarino says, I am sure if he fails to pay you the money on right time, you won't cut a pound of flesh from his body because you are not going to gain anything from it. Shylock, to bait fish withal. How can you say I'm not going to gain? I'll use his flesh as a bait to catch the fish. It will feed nothing else. It will feed my revenge. If I'm not going to get any other satisfaction, at least my revenge will be fulfilled. In that way I'll be happy. He hath disgraced me, he has insulted me, and hindered me 500,000, laughed at my losses. He used to insult me. He caused lots of losses in my business. He laughed at my losses. Whenever I was a loser in business, he used to laugh at me. 500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains. Whenever I did any profit, he used to mock at me, ridicule at me, scorned my nation, insulted my nation. thwarted my bargains. He prevented me from making business, cooled my friends. My friendship were totally ruined. Heated my enemies. He aroused my enemies. And what's the reason? For what did he do all this? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Only the difference is, he's a Christian, I'm a Jew. Why Jew doesn't have the eyes? Here we'll see how Shylock is showing the similarity between the Christians and the Jew. Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affection, passions? Everything Jew has like the Christian. Emotions, parts of the body, everything is like the Christians. Fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same disease. Christians and the Jews, they eat the same food. They get hurt with the same weapons. They feel the same summer and winter. If you pierce a Christian, he will bleed. Same way if you pierce a Jew, he will also bleed. If you tickle a Christian, he will laugh. Same way, Jew also will laugh. Subject to the same disease, healed by the same means, warmed by and cooled by the same winter and summer. As a Christian, where is the difference? We also fall sick, Christian also falls sick, Jews also fall sick. They both get cured by the same medicine. Then where is the difference? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you pierce us, don't we not going to bleed? If you tickle us, are we not going to laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? So if you give us the poison, we'll die, as the Christians will die. If you injure us, should we not take revenge of this? If we are like you in the rest, will resemble you in that. If in other matter we are sane, then in taking revenge also we'll be sane. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? When a Jew offends a Christian, what does he do? Should he show his patience? If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his suffering be by Christian example? And when a Christian does a wrong to a Jew, what should be his reaction to be expected from him? He will follow the Christian example. Why revenge? He will also take the revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction. You are teaching me how to be villain, how to show the ill feeling. But don't worry, my villainous activity will be much more than the Christians. Enter a servant. Servant, gentleman, my master Antonio is at his home and desires to speak with you both. Servant comes from Antonio and says that Antonio is waiting for these two, Salanio and Salarino, to meet them. Salarino, we have been up and down to seek him. Yeah, we were also looking for him. Salanio, here comes another of the tribe. A third cannot be matched unless the devil himself turned Jew. Here comes another from the Jewish tribe. There is not a third Jew to equal to these two until you bring the devil from the hell. Exwent Salarino with servant. Enter Tubal, he is Shylock's friend, from a Jewish tribe. Shylock, how now Tubal, what news from Genoa? Hast thou found my daughter? So he has sent Tubal in search of Jessica. So he is inquiring about, has he any news about her? Tubal, I often came where I did hear of her, but I cannot find her. Wherever I got the news about her, I went there, but I did not find her. Shylock is regretting now, Shylock. Why there? A diamond gone cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. Why are you saying you went here, there, there? Do you know how much loss I got? She took a diamond which cost 2,000 in Frankfurt. The curse never fell upon our nation till now. It is a curse that fell on our nation because I have lost so much. I never felt it till now. 2,000 ducats in that and other precious, precious jewels. She not only took the 2,000 ducats diamond, many other costly jewels she has taken. I would my daughter were dead at my foot. I wish my daughter die in front of me, and the jewels in her ear, with all the jewels in her coffin. Would she wear years at my feet? I want to see her coffin in front of my feet, and the ducats in her coffin. No news of them? You did not get any news about those people? Why so? And I know not what spent in the search, why thou loss upon loss. No news from them, and already she has taken away so much wealth from me, and in search of them again I am spending money. So it is going on. I'm going to be a loser now. Nor no ill luck stirring, but what lights on my shoulder. There is no bad luck on anybody, but only on me. No sighs but of my breathing, no one sighs except me. No tears but of my shedding, no one is shedding tears except me. Tubal, yes, other men have ill luck too, Antonio, as I heard in Genoa. Now Tubal want to console his friend Shylock, so he changed the topic and talks about, Antonio says, he got a news in Genoa that Antonio had a bad luck. Shylock, what? Ill luck? Shylock is very happy. Tubal hath an Argosy cast away coming from Tripolis, and Argosy got wrecked while coming from Tripolis. Shylock, I thank God. I thank God. Is it true? Is it true? He's excited, he's very happy that Antonio is totally spoiled. Tubal, I spoke with some of the sailors that escaped the wreck. He said, some of the sailors, those who came out from that ship when it got wrecked, they told him, Shylock, I thank thee, good Tubal. Good news, good news. Where? In Genoa? Tubal, your daughter spent in Genoa, as I heard, in one night 4 score ducats. To Tubal, we can see what kind of friend he is. He is making fun of Shylock. When Shylock is very happy because Antonio is a loser, immediately he changed the topic, Tubal, and says that Shylock's daughter, she has spent around 80 ducats in one night. Shylock, thou stickest a dagger in me. You are piercing a dagger in me. By these news, I shall never see my gold again. I don't think I'll get back my ducats, my wealth, my gold. 4 score ducats at a sitting, 4 score ducats. So he's regretting now, repenting that all his wealth is going away. Tubal, there came divers of Antonio's creditors in my company to Venice that swear he cannot choose but break. Again Tubal changes the topic. He says that there are many different creditors, those who have lent money to Antonio. They were coming with him and they said that he has no other choice except breaking the bond with Shylock. That means Shylock can take a pound of flesh. Shylock, I am glad of it. I'll plague him. I'll totally spoil him. I will torture him. I am glad of it. Tubal, one of them showed me a ring that he had of your daughter for a monkey. Then he says, again he changes topic and says that Jessica, one of them, means those creditors from whom Antonio took the money, who came with Tubal, they had shown him that Jessica had bought a monkey with a diamond. Shylock, out upon her, thou torturest her. Shame on her, you are torturing me. Tubal, it was my turquoise. I had it of leave when I was a bachelor. Poor Shylock, he is a widower. He is recalling the incident when his wife, Leigh, while proposing Shylock, gave him that ring. I would not have given it for a wilderness of monkeys. I would not have given that diamond to anyone, even in exchange of the jungle of monkey. I would not have given Tubal. But Antonio is certainly undone. Look at the friendship that Tubal has with Shylock. Again he comes back to Antonio and says, Antonio is totally ruined. Financially he is finished. Shylock, nay, that's true. No, that is true. That's very true. Go Tubal, fee me an officer, hire an officer for me, bespeak him, talk to him. A fortnight before 15 days, hire him. I will have the heart of him. I want the flesh of Antonio. If he forfeit, if he fails to pay back the money, I'll take flesh from his body. For where he put of Venice, if he would be dead, I can make what merchandise? Then I can make any profit I want. I will go to Baal and meet me at our synagogue. Go, good to Baal, good at our synagogue. Synagogue we know is a worshipping place of the Jews. So he tells Tubal to meet him at synagogue. So we come to an end of this scene. Now from this scene what we have learned, children? We have learned that this scene is the pivotal scene of the play. It is a harbinger of the trial scene. It is a prelude at the climax of the play. We also find that he is an affectionate husband and an old widower, fondly cherishing the memory of his dead wife. Thank you, children.